Forecast First, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
On this Tuesday evening, we do have temperatures, unfortunately, still pretty chilly again, but we are starting to see a little bit of some sunshine out there, at times mixing in with some clouds. Overall, though, still a lot of cloud cover out there, with temperatures at 45 in Champaign, 44 in Danville, 49 in Paris. And as we look at our Casey Summers weather camera overlooking Mattoon on a roof and dog island, again, mostly cloudy, partly to mostly cloudy skies out there, some blue skies sneaking in there. But the cloud cover will begin to thicken up even more overnight tonight because of the rain showers and snow showers that we expect for tomorrow. Still windy, too, out of the west, up to around 30 miles per hour. Our forecast planner, though, will call for more clouds overnight tonight, and then by tomorrow morning, some snow showers. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
If you get the coronavirus while on the job, you could get workers' compensation. We'll tell you who can apply. Plus, there's a shortage of personal protective equipment. What U of I and Carl researchers are developing to help solve the problem. A county jail inmate escaped through a closet ceiling and out a window, where officials finally found it.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
All of those workers are taking on a huge risk to keep those businesses functioning.
Essential workers are on the front lines battling COVID-19, but some industries want more protections for their employees in addition to masks and gloves. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Workers' compensation disputes normally happen in a courtroom, but a new order will change that in this pandemic. WCIA 3's Cole Henke has more.
Illinois essential workers will now be all but guaranteed workers' compensation if they contract COVID-19, thanks to a new order from the Illinois Workers' Compensation Commission, which now allows courts to presume that they got the virus on the job. Governor Pritzker announced workers who get the virus on the job will be presumed to have gotten it while working. Representatives for frontline workers are praising the idea, saying it will ensure those workers are taken care of.
That gives a lot of assurance to essential workers that are out, risking their lives every day, whether, that can be a nurse, that can be another healthcare worker, a CNA, an LPN.
But not every industry is happy with the change. In a letter to the governor, several business groups said they did not think the move was fair, and it put employers in an impossible spot.
What this does is this creates an unfair presumption. This puts government's finger on the scale of justice to essentially say that the employer is responsible for the COVID virus, for an employee getting the COVID virus.
Reporting in Springfield, I'm Cole Henke.
Now, before the order, workers could get workers' comp for getting COVID-19 on the job, but they would have to prove it in court. Now, it's assumed they got it where they work, but the employer can rebuke the claim if they can prove it. The state is out with new COVID-19 numbers. There are another 1,200 confirmed cases and 74 deaths. That brings the total number of cases to more than 23,000. The death toll is now at 868. In central Illinois, another person has died in Christian County. 4 people have died there now. 24 have tested positive. In Macon County, the number of cases is up to 43. 3 people have died. More than half of the cases are linked to the Fairhaven Senior Living Facility in Decatur. It's no secret personal protective equipment, or PPE, is in short supply in many places, but now a collaboration between Carl and the U of I is trying to change that. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting talked to them about what they're doing.
Researchers at the U of I are working together to develop PPE equipment that will protect people working on the front lines. They're teaming up with Carl Health Team to roll out this equipment. Their goal is to design products that are easy and cheap to make, while still providing protection to those wearing them. Their first design to launch is a face shield.
We wanted to make them, of course, as useful as possible, and understanding that the part that might get exposed would be the shield covering, but the actual headband, or the piece that connects to the head, ideally wouldn't get exposed. So the design was created so that the actual headband is reusable, but then the shield component, you can throw it away.
Researchers are also working on N95 respirators, as well as different types of gowns and masks. Their plan is to give these to healthcare workers in Champaign County to use, all to address the nationwide shortage. Testing on the face shields will start this week. The other equipment is still in the developing stages. Reporting in Urbana, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Now, the design for the face shields was because of the combined effort of lots of researchers. That includes some from the College of Medicine, the Granger College of Engineering, and even costume designers from the U of I's theater department. One Springfield alderman is helping people who are finding it hard to get a hold of some protective masks. SHAWN GREGORY handed out around 700 of them to people on the east side. People who were out catching the bus or going to work without a mask could get one.
It was important for me, to, one, get out and, get them some supplies, and two, just really spread the word that this is serious. And, I think seeing me out with my mask on and gloves and stuff like that, really painted the picture that this is serious. And, if we are forced to go out, that we need to protect ourselves and others. And, other than that, stay in as much as we can.
The Sangamon Watch Company donated those masks. And with coronavirus cases still on the rise, a big question has been, what are jails doing to prevent the spread behind bars? WCIA 3's Karina Rubio talked with the sheriff to see what's being done in Champaign County.
The sheriff says so far there are no COVID-19 cases among inmates or staff at the jail or office. They've made some changes to hopefully keep it that way. They've covered the basics, like telling inmates and staff to frequently wash hands, screening them for symptoms, and providing masks. The sheriff says they're quarantining all new inmates, whether they show symptoms or not, for 14 days before entering the general population. That's to make sure someone who may be asymptomatic isn't around other people. The sheriff says they've also released some inmates with nonviolent offenses or who may be more likely to contract the disease than others.
Common misconception is that I can just decide what inmates are going to stay and what inmates aren't, but that's not true. Whenever a judge tells me, Sheriff, you will hold this person, I have to hold this person.
The sheriff says they also work with the state's attorney's office to determine which inmates may be eligible for release. So far, this measure has reduced the inmate population by 20%. The sheriff says they have 142 inmates in custody. 15 are serving sentences at home with electronic monitoring. Maximum capacity is 295. In Champaign, Karina Rubio, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Now, the sheriff's office says it's also brought down daily arrests from about 15 a day to 4 a day within the last month. That's because they've been issuing notice to appear in court citations instead of arresting for some nonviolent or minor offenses. We have an update now on the search for an escaped inmate in Macoupin County. He was found about 20 minutes south of the jail in Shipman last night. Officials say William Kavanaugh went into a closet, crawled through the ceiling, and out a second-story window Sunday night. And they're looking into whether he had help from inside or outside the jail. He may have had help from an inmate. A man was arrested today for murdering another man in Springfield last year. 24-year-old Keon Klein was wanted for shooting and killing 59-year-old Raymond Davis last August. He was arrested today for murder and aggravated discharge of a firearm. New tonight at 5, firefighters responded to a roof on fire at Lakeland College at Neal Hall. Fire crews say it was near a penthouse. People were working on the roof. No one was hurt. There is some smoke damage inside. Want to do something productive while you're staying at home? How one U of I professor can help. Plus, as more people are looking for new hobbies during this pandemic, business is booming for some. How they can help you pass the time this spring.